Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And this morning's message, I think you're going to find just You're going to feel this is like the Campbell Soup commercial when I was a kid. This is wonderful. I want to share something this morning because many of you have asked over the last few months about what I post on Monday mornings, which is my project, the Human Grace Project. And a couple of things about the Human Grace Project. I thought of it last year. The year before last, back in the summer of 19. So it was actually before the pandemic. But just as something came through me and said, you know what? You need to put something out in the world where the world won't most likely find it. So what did I do? I had an opportunity to meet with some of my dear friends over at the ABC affiliate, Denver 7, here in Colorado. And I've got a couple of dear friends, family of choice that I've known for over 20 years. And I had this idea. And I said, you know what? I want to do something where we just kind of drop something right in the middle of the news. When people are kind of watching the news, which is hard. Let's just face it. The news is always a good story every now and then, but most of it is kind of hard and heavy and can be stressful. So I said, can we put something called the Human Grace Project, which will be a couple minutes of some positivity, some love, some grace. And the reason why I wanted to use the title, the Human Grace Project, is because when I was thinking about my life probably 30 years ago, when I was kind of seeing a whole bunch of darkness around me and I was trying to find some light, a beautiful human being came into my world, Stoic philosopher, through reading, and the word Charis came in. It's the Greek word for grace. And why thy love, this word, why thy love? Isn't that great? I'm all of a sudden going into Shakespeare. Why thy love? Charis is moving towards a tendency of love. A life that has a movement towards a tendency of kindness. It's a tendency. It's a movement. It's a momentum. It's how our life moves in a space towards ever-evolving light and love. That's what grace is. Charis, the Greek word. And I was thinking a lot about that this past couple of weeks when I do believe many of us right now, we're searching for grace. But sometimes we just need to know what it really means to find it, right? Like, what does it mean for you to have grace? What does it look like when you are curating? You are literally curating your life as a tendency towards love and kindness and light. Because that's what grace is all about. And when I put this on television, yes, oh my goodness, right? You're watching the news, you're kind of like weaving and bobbing because the stuff's coming in, and all of a sudden I pop in and I talk about the vagus nerve and breathing and how that helps to illuminate a sense of enlightenment. I'll talk about loving through eye contact. And these are all the things that you and I can be practicing every single day. I want to encourage you today to consider what would your life look like if you were living under the influence of Charis, where you really consciously just dedicated yourself to practices, decorating your environment with people and the nature and the light and the things that when you look at them, you go, my life is moving in a tendency of kindness. My love is moving in a tendency of more openness and of inclusivity. I am living in a state of more and more grace. And as you unpack the science behind what this means for us epigenetically, what it means for us and physiologically and neurochemically, grace has been shown when we are kind of leaning into a tendency of love and kindness and light, we literally are fighting the aging process. And I don't mean like anti-aging. That term doesn't work for me. I like it in terms of vitality, in terms of your body, in your mind, in your spirit, literally involuting and evoluting, if you will, in a space towards greater and greater power and empowerment and joy and creativity and courage. That's grace, right? Tendency towards love, light, and the space of grace. When kindness comes through you because you've looked at your life, you said, you know what? Those are the people I'm going to put in my life. That's the media I'm going to allow in my life. That's the environment I'm going to put around my life. And then you say to yourself, I wonder if I can be my own Human Grace Project. I wonder if I can pop into other environments with other people who I love, people who I have a challenging time with, people who I don't even know. But I want to be my own Human Grace Project. I want to be Charis. I want to be living and moving and creating a tendencies towards love, light, and kindness. I do want to again thank my friends at Channel 7 ABC here in Denver. And now it's starting to be syndicated in other markets around the country, because I do believe this is a time where people are looking for grace. And they're also looking for reminders that we get the opportunity every single moment of our life to curate, to decorate, and demonstrate Charis, grace. So with that, you know how I feel about you. This is grace. We are moving in a tendency towards greater light and love and kindness. Thank you for being that. Much love and all blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.